Hey guys, welcome back again to another exciting video. In today's video, we are going to learn a little bit about keyboards. There are a lot of varieties of keyboards suited from person to person. Therefore, to distinguish between them and help you to choose the best suited for you, we will give you a short introduction on keyboards. The points we are going to share are about its history, types, and how to analyze the keys. But before we get started, if you are new to this channel, then go and hit the subscribe button and push the bell icon so that you can get the updates when we upload the new video. Let's get started. A keyboard instrument is a musical instrument played using a row of levers which are pressed by the fingers. Keyboards typically contain keys for playing the 12 notes of the Western musical scale with a combination of larger, longer keys and smaller, shorter keys that repeats at an interval of an octave. Depressing a key on the keyboard makes the instrument produce sounds, either by mechanically striking a string or plucking a string or causing air to flow through a pipe organ, striking a bell, or on electric or electronic keyboard, completing a circuit. The most common of these is the piano and is often referred to as the piano keyboard. Now let's jump into the history. The earliest known keyboard instrument was the ancient Greek hydraulis, a type of pipe organ invented in the 3rd century BC. The keys were likely balanced and could be played with a light touch. From its invention until the 14th century, the organ remained the only keyboard instrument. Often, the organ did not feature a keyboard at all, but rather buttons or large levers operated by a whole hand. Almost every keyboard until the 15th century had 7 natural to each octave. The clavichord and the harpsichord appeared during the 14th century and were both common until the widespread adoption of the piano in the 18th century, after which their popularity decreased. The piano was revolutionary because a pianist could vary the volume of the sound by varying the vigor with which each key was struck. The 12 notes of the Western musical scale are laid out with the lowest note on the left. The longer keys were traditionally covered in ivory. They were often called the white notes or the white keys. The keys are C, D, E, F, G, A, B and is called C major scale. The keys for the remaining 5 notes which are not part of the C major scale, that is C sharp, D flat, D sharp, E flat, F sharp, G flat, G sharp, A flat, A sharp, B flat are the shorter keys. Because these keys receive less wear, they are often made of black colored wood and called the black notes or the black keys. The pattern repeats at the interval of an octave. This up here is the keyboard of Nicholas Faber's organ for Halberstadt, built in 1361 and enlarged in 1495. The illustration is from Praetorius Syntagma Musica. At the top is the earliest example of the 7+5 layout. The bottom two illustrate the earlier 8+4 arrangement. Well, that's all with the history. As we said earlier, there are different type of keyboards for different people. Well, now you can find out which one is best suited for you. On top of the list we have the beginner keyboard. Beginner keyboards are designed with novice students in mind. Beginner keyboards generally range from 2 to 4 octaves and offer a limited selection of digitized instrument sounds for entertainment variety. These keyboards don't have weighted keys like real acoustic pianos since keyboard keys are made from plastic, not ivory. Number 2. Arranger. Arrangers offer extensive libraries containing pre-recorded accompaniment tracks in nearly every music style imaginable. Arranger keyboards are for solo artists who aim to produce the effect of one-man band. Arrangers generally come with the voice backup capabilities, chord recognition software and USB port. Music played by the keyboardist can often be recorded and saved into a memory bank. Number 3. Digital workstation. For those musicians who want to shape every aspect of an original composition, a workstation keyboard offers the most control. Data can be meticulously recorded and digitally manipulated note by note. Workstations have everything arrangers have and more. Depending on the type of workstation, it may come standard with its own integrated synthesizer. Number 4, we have the synthesizer. The word synthesize means to create something new, either from scratch or by distorting existing material. Synthesizers are means for producing man-made digital sounds and effects. A synthesizer might look like a conventional keyboard, but its purpose and functions are completely different. Synthesizers are used to invent exotic sound that standard keyboards cannot produce, using analog or digital signal processing. Number 5. Organ. Modern organ keyboards do not use metal pipes. They are reduced in size and attempt to mimic the tones of traditional organs. Certain organ keyboard models have tried to preserve standard characteristics found on traditional organs such as drawbars, pedal boards, and multiple key decks called manuals. Number 6. Hybrid. Mix and match any combination of an arranger, digital workstation, synthesizer, organ, or piano, and a hybrid is born. Hybrid possesses the best of all worlds in a single package. Some musicians have the need for multiple functions, and this saves them from buying separate individual keyboards to satisfy their needs. Number 7. Digital piano. Digital pianos cap the spectrum of electronic keyboards. Grand piano keyboards mimic the external looks of traditional grand pianos but internally lack strings and hammers. Thus, digital pianos don't deliver acoustic sounds. Rather, computer chips inside store digitized recordings, released through amplified speakers when keys are pressed. Well, that was the list of type of keyboards. We hope we could help you to distinguish between the keyboards and could help you to find which one is suited for you. Now, let's learn how to analyze the keys. Most keyboards either start with the note C, chopsticks, or the note F, forks. Take a careful look at the diagram above and compare to your own keyboard to know which one applies to you. For keyboards starting with C, find a pair of two black keys. The first note to the left of this pair of keys is C. The next white key is D, followed by E, F, G, A, and B. Label the white notes in the order C, D, E, F, G, A, B. This just keep repeating until you run out of keys on your keyboard. In other words, after B, you go back to C, D, E, and so on. You will notice that there are no black key between E and F and between B and C. Next, for keyboard starting with F, find a group of 3 black keys. The note to the left of a group of the 3 black keys is F. After F, the next white key is G, then A, B, C, D, and E. After E, you go back to F, G, A, and so on. Now, what we are going to learn has been asked by many novice players that how do you label the black keys, flat or sharp? Well, it's quite simple. The black key to the immediate left of a white key is flat, while the one to the right is sharp. For instance, the black key to the left of D is D flat, while the same key, since it's to the right of C, can be called as C sharp. The black key to the left of B is B flat, while the same black key, since it's to the right of A, is A sharp as well. When you go higher, the tone becomes sharp, while when you go lower, the tone becomes flat. Well, that was the short introduction on keyboards. We hope that we helped you to find the best suited keyboard for you and could make you understand the basic introduction of the keys. We hope that you liked the video and don't forget to drop a like to it too and share it with your family and friends. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, then go and hit the subscribe button and push the bell icon so that you won't miss any updates when we upload a new video. You can follow us in Facebook and Instagram for more updates. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.